You are on question 38. So this is a scale, and we had said that this, if this is what is written, it says that 1 centimeter on the map represents 2000 centimeter on the ground. Remember, scale is always in centimeter. So I've said 1 centimeter on the diagram represents 2000 centimeter on the ground. So what I have done to simplify, in order to remove the zeros, I've converted these 2000 centimeters into meters, gives me 20 meters. So I've said 1 centimeter represents 20 meters. So what about 2 here? So it's definitely 2 times 20, which is 40. And 3 is 3 times 20, which is 60. And therefore the area will be 40 times 60 to give me 2400 meters squared. Then I convert that into airs. 1 air is 100 meters squared, and therefore I convert that by cross multiplying. Then I get that 24 meters squared is equals to 24 airs, because the answer is supposed to be in airs. Then we go to number 39. Number 39, you are supposed to get the place value over digits. I'm trying to get your number 39. 39. Yes. So we are looking for what is the place value of digit 3 in that. So the first thing that you need to do is to divide. And once you divide, you get your answer is 6.03. And what is the place value of digit 3? Very simple. Once you put the place value of 3, it's 100. Then we go to our question 40. This is our question 40. What is the value of that? And it is here. So you get to your 576. You look for the square root of 576. If you don't know it already, there's 24. Then you have to use algorithm. Remember how we worked using algorithm. Double the digit that is on top. Then look for a digit that once you put it here and here, once you put it here and here, it must be the same digit. It would give you 176. And if it is the correct one, then you put your digits here. I hope you still remember that. Then we go to our question number 41. 41 is a question on temperature. We have handled this. So initial temperature, or rather final temperature, is given by initial temperature plus the change in temperature. So you have the time, convert that into minutes because the rate is 4 per minute. And therefore you get your initial temperature plus the change. Change is rate times time. Will give you the change in temperature. So initial temperature is 26, the rate is 4 per minute, the time is 15, therefore the change in temperature is rate times time, which will give you 60 degrees as the change in temperature. And then you add that to the initial temperature, because final temperature is initial temperature plus change. Initial plus change to give you a final figure of 86 degrees Celsius. Number 42, you are given that in a school, the ratio of boys to girls is 3 to 2 respectively. If there are 120 more boys than girls, how many girls are there? So boys to girls, 3 to 2. I'm converting this into a fraction. So the fraction of boys is 3 over 5. 3 out of 5, because at any instance we are picking 3 boys and 2 girls. So we are picking 5 people. 3 plus 2. So boys are 3 over 5, girls are 2 over 5, because it's 5 over 5 minus 3 over 5 to give us 2 over 5. So the difference of boys to girls is 3 over 5 minus 2 over 5 is 1 over 5. And therefore, we are told that there are 120 more boys. So that is the difference. So 1 over 5 is the difference here also. 1 over 5 is the difference here. So we say 1 over 5 is equals to 120. What about 2 over 5? And therefore, by cross multiplying, then we get your 2 over 5 is going to be 240 girls in that class. Then we move to question number 43. 43 is a proportion question. A piece of work is to be done by 16 people in 8 days. I'm trying to make sure that this one is focused. Yes, it's now focused. A piece of work can be done by 16 people in 8 days. How many more days can the work take if it's done by 4 people? Here you are. So people and days, 16 and 4, 8. So are they going to take more or less? When we reduce the number of people, we take more days. So this is an indirect proportion. Since we reduce the number of people, then the number of days will increase. So remember, for an indirect proportion, it's this over this times this. It's not cross multiplication, but we divide this and then we multiply by this. So 16 over 4 times that. So they'll take 32 more days. 32 more days. But the question is, 32 days, sorry. But the question is on how many more days. So 32, we take away the 8. Because this is 32, take away 8. So 24 more days. Alright. Then we move to question number 44. Hii tumefanya majuzi kabisa. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to get bananas. What is the angle on bananas? So we must first get the angle on bananas. How many degrees? So we can get that by adding everything. 120 for the coffee, plus 30, plus 90, plus 80. Then we subtract that from 360. So when you add that 120 plus 30 plus 90 plus 80, you get 320. Subtract that, you get 40. So 40 is for the bananas. So you asked how many more hectares are under coffee than maize? Under coffee than maize. Coffee is 120, maize is 90. So 120 minus 90 is 30 degrees. So 30 degrees is what is the difference. And therefore, if 20 is representing 2 hectares, because that is what is given for bananas. And we have found that bananas are represented by 40 degrees. So 40 is 2 hectares. So what about 30? We do this by cross multiplication. 30 times 2 over 40. 30 times 2 over 40. And we get that the difference is 1.5 hectares. Then we move to question number 45. Question number 45 is a question where you have to look for the value of x and y. Remember this relationship. Please always remember this. When we increase time, we reduce speed. Therefore, what is supposed to be here, we forget this. We work out this first. So 120 kilometers is taking 3 hours. So what about 4? Ndio tunafanya hivyo. 3 over 4 times 120. And we therefore get this as 90. So x is 90. What about y? We increase speed, we reduce time. So 120 is 3, 180 is, I don't know. So it's 120 over 180 times 3, which will give us y as 2. So our value of x is 90 and y is 2. This is how it has been worked out. Look at it clearly. That is the way it's worked out. Then we move to number 46. Number 46, you're looking for the model value. Model value ni ile inakuwa repeated mara nyingi. And which one is that? I know you're saying, you're seeing it right away. So mode value is the most repeated mode from the word mode. So the mode value is there, most repeated, so the mode value is 82. You have seen that from the table because 13 people scored that, and that is the highest value. So the mode value is 82. Then we move to question number 47. A tank had 1200 liters of water. So if 40% was used in 1 week, how much water was left in the tank? So the tank had 1200 liters. And what was used? 40%. What is remaining? 60. So 60 of what? 60 of the full tank, which will give you 60 of 1200, which will give you 720 liters. Number 48 shows that is a very typical KCP question. This requires a lot of reasoning. And here it is. I hope you're getting it. And this is how I worked it out. Beef plus chapati. Because you're told 6 people took lunch, 2 took beef plus chapati. Beef plus chapati is 200. 2 people took that, so they spent 400. Then 3 people took samaki and ugali. Samaki na ugali ni how much? 150. 150, it's here. Samaki ugali, 150. So 150 times 3 people, 450. Then last 3, there were 6 people. 2 have eaten, 3 have eaten. So it's only 1 person who is remaining. And that 1 person ate what? Kuku and muchere. Kuku and muchere is 240. So 240 times 1 person spent 240. So in total, they spent 1090. There it is. Number 49, this is the stack. So how many cubes are used to make the stack? This is how you calculate it. 3 times 3. 3 times 3 ni gani hiyo? Ni hii ya kwanza. 3 times 3 because there are 3 times 3. And then 2 times 3. 2 times 3 ni hizi za pili. Hizi unaona hapa. These ones 2. 1, 2 times 3 because they are 3. And then the other one is 1 times 3. It's 1 here. And there are 3. There are 3 on this side. Ziko tatu. You must see in 3 dimensions. And then last 3 is 2 times 3 times 5. What do we get that? 2. 1, 2 times 3. 1, 2, 3. And then times 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And therefore you get that as 30. Then you add all of them. And you're going to get that the number of stacks is 48. Then the last question is number 50. Number 50, this is a graphical question. And I told you to be very, very careful. You first observe the scale and then both vertical and horizontal scales. So you asked what was his average speed for the whole journey. Remember, average speed is given by total distance over total time. So once you get the total distance, ni hii hapa, unaangalia what is supposed to be there. So in our case, that will be around 450. And the total time taken, unachukua hapa. This is the time that it ended, 11:30. Na alianza saa ngapi? 6:30. So how many hours? 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and 5 hours. So this is how it's worked out. Average speed is total distance over total time taken. So 450 divided by 4. Once you calculate all that, it's going to give you 112 divided 2 over 4, which can be simplified further to 112.5 kilometers per hour. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for those that handed in. I'll personally, individually hand over your results. But this was a good paper. So I expect that even the other papers that you're going to send, sorry, this has taken a long time, but you're going to send more papers. And we expect that you We'll do them because this is for your exercise. This is for your exercise. This is for your exercise, and it is important that we exercise. Remember, in maths, it's a practical subject, and for a practical subject, it's good that you practice. Practice makes perfect. So there's no other shortcut. Do a lot of maths. We have just done a few. So make sure that if there's a particular topic that you cannot understand, please contact me. I'm ready for you. Just tell me, I cannot be able to do this question. Please help me with this. You can inbox me privately. Thank you.